Another day, another video. Today, the roster we're talking about is New York's new roster that includes 2 EX Faze players and 2 EX Splyce players, which I'm very excited to say this roster looks very good, looks very talented, has 2 superstars, I'd say at least, and the SMG duo looks insane. If we're going off Black Ops 4, it looks like there will be a good roster overall. The only thing I'm worried about is Zero going to be playing the Maddox and Accuracy going to be playing AR. It's probably going to be 2 mini ARs in this, two ARs in this new game that's coming out. It's very likely, since this seems to be a very AR heavy game. So many rosters are looking for ARs. So many of the players that haven't been picked up yet are ARs, since teams are going with a slower paced team, which is kind of odd to me, since it seems like this game could pick up the pace and be faster than BO4 sometimes. But I guess that's what they're using the SMG duels as, because Temp and Zooma can't pick up the pace and can be extremely fast when they really want to. So let me just say the players, since I haven't said them yet. It's going to be Zooma and Attach, the EX Faze duo, finally being on a team again. They weren't on the same team last year, so I'm very happy that they're on the same team. And then we have Accuracy and Temp, 2 EX Splyce players, and I'm seeing that Temp really did want Accuracy on the team when Splyce made the decision to drop Accuracy and pick up Hook, which I didn't know. If people knew that, then I was very far behind in that news. And the last player is Zero, which is another Faze player that from last year that came to that is now joining the other two. Very good roster. They easily have good chemistry. Seeing their vlogs, they seem to be hanging out and having a lot of fun together. This team will be a very good team. Easily probably it's kind of tough to say what placing they're gonna have, since the other rosters haven't been confirmed. But it looks like a very strong team. Temp could be a superstar whenever he wants to, and so can Attach. Sometimes Zooma can go off. Accuracy and Zero can very well as be very consistent players, especially Accuracy being named as the Iceman until TJ came out of nowhere in World War II. So this team will be very good. Just the only thing I'm having a problem thinking about is how the composition is going to work in this new game, since we haven't seen the gameplay of competitive on this game. It's just literally we're basing this off how the rosters look and how the beta plays, which, just not to be disrespectful to players that play pubs and all that, but competitive is a very different game style. Pubs, sometimes people who go off in pubs and get score streaks and all that, they stay back and like stay in one zone. Competitive is completely different. If people don't care if they die, they will toss themselves in if they have to, depending on the situation. So it's very different style in competitive, and they use very different things. So when you use that silence at pubs and in normal multiplayer match and normal respawn, competitive guys will probably use something completely different. So it's very hard to tell if this team's going to be good this early, which is weird, since we're trying to predict where these guys are going to be placed, and the game hasn't even come out yet, and half the rosters still haven't even come out. But just based by the talent on this team, I'm pretty sure they will be very competitive for a title. Hopefully that's if the Zero and Zooma can like go get over the humps that they had last year, which they should have easily gone far in champs, but 100 Thieves came out of nowhere and reverse slunked them and smacked them in the face, which I still feel like they're still feeling the effects of that. And Temp and Accuracy had a very decent end to the season. Temp had a very bad end to the season as well. Like, this team is probably going out for revenge. They're probably trying to show the world that they still have the talent, they can still compete for the title, which I'm very happy about, since I really want to see these guys succeed. I really want these guys to be competing for a title like how they used to. Temp should have easily won a title last year, but I felt like the teammates around him weren't the right fit for him, since sometimes he switched to Maddox and sometimes he switched to SMG, and sometimes the team didn't know what they wanted to do, they didn't know what playstyle they wanted, they didn't know if they wanted to go fast or slow, if they wanted to go a certain play or another play. So it was very odd last year for Splyce. Since the beginning of the year they looked fantastic, since they literally played the game like how it's supposed to, and they literally made the playstyle of the game, but it kind of went downhill. So hopefully Temp can win that first title he's been wanting to, because he's easily been a superstar in this league. Zero, I'm feeling like he's going to be another consistent guy, just as usual. The only European, oh wait, no, never mind, not the only European. He's also with Zooma, the Italian stallion. Hopefully he can get back to the heights he used to, which was competing for titles and win titles. So can Attach the youngest COD champs winner. Hopefully goes back to the superstar. Well, he is showing signs of the superstar he used to be, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be going back up to superstar status soon. It's just that the teams he was on, he had a slow start. Also, EG had a rough patch whenever they didn't know what roles to play or what players to pick up. Accuracy, gonna be another consistent guy. Hopefully, S&D in this team should be great. It should be great when you have Zooma attach and accuracy. And Zero's kind of decent at S&D. So it should be a very balanced roster. It should be a very good roster that should be competing for competitive, should be competing for a title. So that's all I have to talk about this roster. This roster looks very fun. Probably be very heavily reliant on their superstars sometimes. Definitely competing for a title. It shouldn't be in the bottom halls of the league. It shouldn't even have a chance to be in the bottom halls of the league. This should be fun. This should be really fun. These guys have shown glimpses in the past of being superstars, and if they all click, easily win a title. Easily. Like I'm saying before, anybody in this league can win a title. Everybody can have their off days, everybody can have their on days. Sometimes people become superstars in one tournament and then flop the next one. It's a very inconsistent league sometimes, but that's why we love COD. So I'm ending here.